Just about anybody associated with the Santa Fe Trail will recognize the name Blackjack Ruts. The town of Blackjack was about a half mile to the east. So Main Street of the town of Blackjack was Santa Fe Trail, and it was on the south end, lined up with the south end of this prairie. So as they came across to the west, they headed down this ridge, probably because this was the best place to cross this creek.
You know, one of the things that people struggle with, and you hear this all the time, is when you talk about ruts, I know most people have in their mind's eye a two-track road, okay? Just single file two-track road. Then you bring them here and they scratch their heads like, well, this isn't what I was expecting to see at all. These are pretty spectacular.
Yeah, if you come out here after we burned it, the ruts are so much more visible, or even when they have 4 or 5 inches of vegetation on it.
Yeah.
So it's not just black. But yeah, they are so much clearer then.
So talk about the work you're doing here in terms of the trails and stuff.
Well, as we can see here, you're just kind of striking off on your own.
Bushwhacking.
And most people don't really come out here for a hike.
Sure.
And so they don't really appreciate trying to find their way through this grass. So one of the things that we're doing, we're planning on putting in a trail that is reasonably level over to the first rut, have some signage that will be protected from fire, that will talk about the site, both from the standpoint of Santa Fe Trail, but also the native prairie, because it is very impressive. And then from there, we will have a smaller trail. The ADA trail will be 5 foot wide, compacted, small gravel. This trail will be about 3 foot wide, compacted earth, and the plan will be that it'll be minimum maintenance, be built so that we won't have to maintain it that much, and it'll be much more receptive for people walking out here without the fear of snakes jumping out of the grass and grabbing them. But the plan is it'll come through these 3 main ruts. It'll come to the 4th rut up the hill. It'll more or less parallel it to the end of the ruts. And the south half of this 18 acres was actually plowed at one time. So there are no ruts down there.
So it's true today that this is probably as good a place on public property in Kansas. Come and see Santa Fe Trail wagon ruts.
Yes.
But it'll be even more true when you guys get done and have your trail system in, and that's going to be done when, do you think?
Well, we're planning on having a dedication June of 2021, so it'll coincide with the bicentennial.